What's up, everybody? Welcome to Robinson S Crypto, the channel where we talk about everything crypto. In today's video, I'm going to be explaining why I think that Chainlink is going to be bigger than both Bitcoin and Ethereum.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Before I get into that, guys, I just want to say, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. On this channel, we talk about everything crypto. So if you are in your crypto journey or breaking into the crypto space, you're definitely going to want to follow along. So going back to my outlandish claim, because I know there's going to be some people that are upset at this. First of all, I want to say I am not talking specifically about the token, guys, okay? I'm looking at it more from a technological standpoint. This is not investment advice. I'm not saying that the Chainlink token is going to be worth more than Ethereum and Bitcoin. I am looking at it solely, again, as a technology. And I even have my Ethereum bull shirt on so that there's proof that I'm neutral ground. So again, please don't come from my head. Getting back into why I think this. So Raoul is an ex-hedge fund investor. I'm sure a lot of you guys probably follow him either on YouTube or Twitter. He's on just about everything. And his big investment thesis over time has been Metcalfe's law. And for those of you who don't know what Metcalfe's law is, it just states that the value of a network is proportional to the square of the number of connected users to the network. Now, in particular, or specifically, what he was talking about is telecommunications networks, but this idea can get applied to really any network or anything that connects people to a network. And what Raoul has done, he really broke into the crypto space. I think it was in 2020. Is when he really started to get into it, and he's been applying this rule to this law to stocks, and now he's applying it to crypto, just to really predict, what crypto projects are going to be the big value propositions, the ones that really take off. And again, if you tie this back to a telecommunications network, think of something like a cell phone. So the reason that a company like Verizon is so strong is because in order for us to communicate, I have to have a cell phone and you have to have a cell phone, and we need the network in between. So the Verizon network connects both me and you. And that is where the value of something like a cell phone network comes from, is the fact that, first of all, it connects me and you, but it also connects you with one of your friends and their friends with their friends, and it branches out. And that branch out is, again, where the value proposition is for Verizon. Because if we're on a cell phone network and we are the only two people in the world that have cell phones and nobody else has a cell phone, well, that network isn't near as valuable, right? It's not valuable at all. It's just me and you talking to each other on it, and it doesn't connect us to anybody else. So if that were something that, you take that same ideology and you apply it to crypto, and you start to see a lot. It starts to show you a lot. So when you look at networks that are solely focused on one thing, that don't really connect people with other people, or wallets to wallets or whatever it is, you start to see how they're dwindling in value, and as a direct result, the team, the project isn't doing as hot. And I think Chainlink goes the complete other end of this, and I think Chainlink is going to be the epitome of Metcalfe's law in the crypto space, because Chainlink as an oracle system, for those of you who don't know what an oracle is in crypto, basically a blockchain, in order for it to participate or act on a certain data set, it needs to import that data from somewhere. So things like the weather, things like, who won what football game or whatever, if you're running a betting project or whatever, you have to be able to import external data into the blockchain so that the blockchain can do what it's supposed to do. And either, if it's a gambling thing, it can pay out the winner. If it's a weather thing, again, it can do what it's supposed to do based on the weather that day. And again, that's where Chainlink fits in. So the oracle is what goes out, grabs that information, and pulls it into the blockchain. So yes, Chainlink started on Ethereum, so a lot of people probably think, well, how can it be bigger than Ethereum? It's on Ethereum. In order for Ethereum, or for it to be bigger than Ethereum, it would need to grow faster, and it can't because it's on Ethereum. The answer is no. It used to only be on Ethereum, but now it is on multiple big blockchains. So Chainlink has sort of become the de facto for oracles, and oracles are important no matter what blockchain you're on, really. If it involves smart contracts, you need an oracle. And yes, there are other oracle projects out there, but Chainlink, again, is sort of become the de facto. So when you look at blockchains like AVAX, Binance Smart Chain, I think it's on Cosmos, these are all chains that are integrating oracles, and they're integrating Chainlink because Chainlink is the one that is just so far ahead right now technologically. The team is super solid. It's got a lot of funding, and it's doing really well. Again, I am not talking about the token, although the token is done just fine. I am talking about the technology here, and the fact of the matter is that Chainlink really fits the definition of Metcalfe's law because, again, in order for my project to communicate with your project, for your project to communicate with another project or outside data, you need Chainlink. You need Chainlink. And I've seen projects that use other oracles, and the fact of the matter is again, they're just not there technologically, and so those projects tend to fail. Issues arise because the data being imported by the oracle is incorrect. And that's not to say that Chainlink doesn't have its own issues, but again, it's becoming a sole piece of the smart contract infrastructure. And let's face it, smart contracts are definitely going to be a big future in crypto. They're already huge, but eventually I think it's going to get to a point where your day-to-day is going to be affected by smart contracts and interacting with smart contracts. And again, the only way for those smart contracts to pull data sets that are outside the blockchain it's on is with an oracle. And so Chainlink, I really see becoming a really solid piece of this infrastructure. It's already a big piece of the infrastructure, but it's going to be like Google level, in my opinion. It's going to be something that is a must-have in order to be successful in the blockchain space. In order to have a project that works, you're going to need Chainlink. So because of that, and because it's chain agnostic, so it can operate on multiple chains, I think it has the potential to be bigger than any one chain. I think it could be the biggest crypto project in the space, as time goes on, because of its importance and because of the fact that it isn't tied to one blockchain. So, if Ethereum grows, great. Chainlink's going to grow with it. If AVAX grows, fantastic. It's going to grow with AVAX. It's not stuck to one chain, and it's not going to live or die by the issues of one chain. It can branch off, and it's going to be successful on its own, and again, is a need. So the value proposition is certainly there for Chainlink. When you really start to look at things from a technological standpoint and look at the fundamentals, the teams behind them, Chainlink is one of those that, again, it just sort of fits the definition of a valuable project in an emerging space. And so I really do believe what I said, that Chainlink is going to be bigger than both Bitcoin and Ethereum. So anyways, guys, I hope you liked the video. If you did, please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time.